Hello and welcome back. I'm Randy Newbert from VoodooFX. In today's video, we'll be doing a model kit review. So let's get started. Okay guys, well we're back here today with a new model kit review. This is actually a little bit of an older project that was done a little while back from Dream Studios. And again, I want to emphasize that this is going to be a mixed media style model. Something that's kind of interesting to me. I like it when there is multiple different kinds of materials used in order to create a model. Again, I think it adds a lot of flexibility in the way that you do the build work. And again, it adds another level of challenge as far as the build goes, which it's pretty straightforward overall on this build. But anyway, again, this model kit is brought to you today by Dream Studios, and this is from Star Wars: A New Hope. This is the escape pod, and this is a very, very iconic and famous piece that I think a lot of people really remember from the movie, because this is what the droids escape the blockade, off the blockade runner and go to the surface of the planet, and they start their journey. So anyway, again, I just want to say that overall, and this one is this is a studio scale, so this is quite a large piece overall. I did a quick measurement on the model itself, just the bucket. And the bucket itself, and the reason why I call it the bucket is just, again, it kind of looks like a bucket, right? So it's like the total ice bucket look. And anyway, this is about 11.5 inches, and that's without the top or the engine mount assemblies put all together. So I'm going to guess somewhere around 13 or 14 inches overall scale when it's all said and done. It could be a little bit larger because, again, the motors kind of extend a little bit and come out. I have the motors actually down here in front of me. But anyway, so this kit, again, the main consistency of the resin parts, there's a whole bag of small resin pieces that go to this model. And then there's these main bulk pieces of resin cast. These are actually resin hollow casts, are what these are. These are made from I think it's Smooth On 300. And anyway, you can get an idea. And these are it's all handmade, so it's a handmade model. But again, you can kind of get the depth of the scale of this. I mean, it is just large. I mean, this is a big model. And again, let me pull it in here a little more. Maybe I can get a little bit better close up by kind of coming in camera here a little bit closer. But I think you get an idea of the detail. And I know that when they made this, when Chris made this model, they had some excellent reference material as far as the majority of all the greeblies and all the parts. So on an accuracy level, it's there, and all the way there. And again, you can kind of see, maybe that will show a little better about how a hand cast part looks like. These are basically a large open mold, and then he goes in there, and these are very time consuming to make. I got to give it to him. This is not an easy model to produce or create. But again, nice. It's beefy. It's robust on the outside. This thing could take a good hit and still take it. So again, and it's not, weight wise, it's pretty light. It's not super heavy. So anyway, so this is the main body. And then again, let me just show kind of the details of this too. Here's the lower engine assembly. And this is, again, very accurate, very well done with all the little tiny greeblies and the placement of the greeblies and the parts. So again, they did a wonderful job. And this basically is just a lightweight cast, and it's not super heavy, but you know, again, it's a lightweight cast of resin casting, again in the 300. That's the lower engine area. Now, the lower engine area just basically just when you're ready to go with it and you get it all aligned, that's kind of what it looks like when it's just glued on there on the bottom. And this just, again, this is a bottom detail, you know, and gives you a place to mount all the engine assemblies and the engine parts. And again, you know, so I'll just kind of just leave it on there. Now, it also comes with this nice hollow cast, and again, all hand laid, with Smooth Cast 300. Again, all the details are all there, all the little parts. And again, it comes, I'm not going to break down all the individual pieces because there's a lot of little individual parts to this model overall. But anyway, that's what the top looks like. And then, you know, the top goes on here without, and again, excuse me, I'm not doing any kind of like accurate alignment. I'd have to actually go out and look at it. But this kind of gives you the idea, and I'll try to hold it together without losing it here. But that is the scale. Let me back up a little more here. Maybe this will do a little bit more justice. But this is the scale overall. And again, when it's all finished, you know, and the engines would probably raise it up, you know, about that much more. Because, you know, you got the engine standoffs and everything off the bottom. And there's all sorts of little wires and little detail pieces that go in here. But that is the overall scale of the model. And these are, again, these are resin castings of the model. Now, again, here's a couple more pieces. I'm going to stand into camera just a little bit more here. So on here, these pieces, I'm almost positive, kind of sit on there like that, and you just glue them on in place. And then they are keyed and oriented towards this area that go into the engine. So those all pop in there, really simple. It's an easy thing. I could see that it will take a little bit of an alignment trick just to get them all in there, but you know, this is typical out of any kind of model. So then, you know, they kind of just sit in there like that, and that's how those mount up and get into operation. And then the engines are glued on here and positioned on there all around the circumference of the bottom of the model. And again, a lot of small parts, a lot of little individual pieces that get glued on there. So anyway, that is how the engine assembly goes. And again, this is the bulk of the resin parts themselves. And then again, I'm going to back up here a little bit, and I'm going to bring in a couple of the other smaller parts. So also what comes in the kit is, this is what's really cool. So in this bag, there is a whole bunch of little tiny resin, 3D resin printed parts. And these go all over the model. They're little thrusters, there's little, just all sorts of little neat little bracketry and little greeblies and little parts. And again, this comes fully in the kit as part of the kit. But this is why I kind of went at it as what we call a mixed media model, because it's got a couple different things. And then here, this is like these are the bands that go around the edge here. And what you're going to do on these, and again, he has a great tutorial on the buildup of these. You can go to his website and they actually show it. And I'll have some linkage on there too as well at the end of the video in the comments section, where you can go and view this and really see it. So anyway, again, these are cast resin parts, and then you take these, you warm them up, and you bend them and shape them to fit, and they fit around into this little channel. And again, he has a great tutorial about how to fit them inside the model. So this is another good little kind of little tidbit part. Then also, this model comes with, and I'm just going to break this out of the bag here. I got it all bagged up because I didn't want it to get ruined. Now I'm not gonna pull this off, but it comes with a neat little placard that goes with the model. So when you're all finished, you can put it up like on a little base, and have this little placard with it, or even, you know, off the side, this little placard. And when you peel it off, it's all like, it's beautiful, like stainless steel looking with black. And it's built on a piece of black acrylic and then etched over the top with the silver. This is a really cool looking effect. So anyway, it does come with a display decal. And there also comes in the kit, and this is the easiest way that he could figure out how to actually get it to. So this is basically really soft soldering wire, and it's very thin gauge. But this is what you use to mimic all the cabling underneath the engine assemblies and around it. And this comes in a little bundle like this with the kit. Again, nice little add-on parts. You know, these are really nice to have as far as building goes. These are great to, you know, incorporate into it. There is a set of small decals, and I will break those out so you can see them real quick. So it comes with this. Again, these are neat little water slide transfer. I think these are water slide decal. And it comes with a couple of these little small, little tiny pieces right here, little tiny decals. I don't know where they sit on the model, but I'm sure they're there for a reason. So those are the little water slide decals that actually come with the escape pod. So it's kind of nice that it's got not only the water slide decal, but it comes with this cool placard as well. So, you know, again, nice for the display. Nice to finish it off with that kind of display setup. So anyway, that is basically it. Now I'm going to go through just a couple of the little small. Again, being that it's a mixed media, there's a very small little piece of railing that's actually taped in cardboard to this. It's very thin, so it has to be separate. There's also some more resin greebly parts that are also in here that are, you know, again, also incorporated into the kit. And then here's the top. This is like the top door piece right there. So anyway, that is basically the kit. So, you know, this model overall has a lot of neat little pieces. I think this would end up being a great project, especially if you're into Star Wars. You know, this is kind of a must because again, this is an important scene in the film, and again, it's great to know that these are available as far as this mixed material models go. And again, I've seen this all complete, and I was able to view his completed, and it's beautiful. It looks very authentic. The color schemes aren't too hard on these. I think he's probably spent more time just doing the really light weathering on it, and you know, and doing the detail work as far as that's concerned. That I think that probably took more than it took to build the whole model. And one other thing too I want to point out is, on the other end, people have asked about can this be lit? Well, there's plenty of room in here to be lit. You can drill through the engines. It's set up. If you want to light the engines, they can be lit. So I don't see any problem there. Again, there's tons of room inside the actual area, inside the main body. So yeah, so lighting's totally available on this model as well. So anyway, this is the New Hope escape pod from Star Wars. And again, this is in studio scale, and it is available only as a cast model kit with the accessories, with all the small mixed materials, such as, you know, again, like I said before, the 3D parts. I don't want to sound like too much of a broken wheel here, but I'm kind of trying to reiterate all the parts. But again, this has some 3D parts. It has some resin parts. And so nice combination of both worlds coming together to create one really cool looking model. So anyway, I think I'll end the video with that. Again, please look in the comments section for linkage and details about where you can go to order this model through Dream Studios. And again, you know, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. We have a lot of great content out there and are always building our channel and trying to bring as much of these cool studio and replica pieces to you. We're in a very golden age of modeling currently, and it's a real honor to be able to have all these cool models available to us at this time. We go back some years without me blabbering too much, but a lot of this stuff was untouchable. You know, let's just say 15, 20 years back, you would have to scratch build all this stuff. Nowadays, man, you can get almost anything you want. I mean, if it's not in the 3D world, it's going to be, you know, in the resin casting or a cast model. So again, very fun time to be a modeler. So anyway, again, thanks for watching the video, and we will see you on the next one.